Hello Marble Sports fans and welcome back to Quebec's Marble Runs. I'm Jeremiah and I'm excited to be here for this basketball marble tournament. You guys seem to like our last basketball tournament, so we have brought it back this time with a more realistic looking net and a very long ramp, as you can see here. The structure for this tournament is based on speed and getting baskets, and how it will work is the first marble to touch the basket in any way will get 1 point, and then if you make a basket, then you'll get 2 points. So the total amount of points you can get is 3 if you were the first marble to get to the basket and you were able to successfully get into the basket. This will be a one-on-one style tournament. One marble will advance and one will be eliminated in each round. So we'll only have 2 left and one will be crowned champion. So we take a look at the track yet again. A very, very large ramp that will allow the marbles to get enough speed to be able to hopefully get into that basket, which is the goal of this entire tournament. Let's take a look at the competitors that are competing in today's tournament. First off, in the bottom left corner, we have Brazil versus France. Then up in the top left corner, we have India versus Indonesia. In the top right, we have the USA versus Mexico. And finally, we have Vietnam versus Japan in the bottom right corner. So first off, we have Brazil versus France. Let's get our first look at the strategies that these marbles will take in this tournament. So Brazil is in the yellow and France in the blue. Brazil will be out first, and France not even getting up in the ramp. They'll get 0 points. Brazil getting a basket, and they were the first one down. Undoubtedly a terrible mistake by France, getting eliminated right in the first round in this tournament. They're definitely not happy. We can look at this cool slow-mo, though, of Brazil getting the basket. Right in the basket. They didn't even hit the rim. That is mastery of basketball. So Brazil will be advancing to the semifinals, and they'll be going up against one of the marbles in the top left corner, which will either be Indonesia or India. But now it is time for the next heat, which is Vietnam versus Japan. Two Asian countries, and Asia isn't exactly known for basketball. We'll have to see how they do. And it is Vietnam off to the lead, but they missed the goal altogether. They get an air ball, and Japan scores a goal. They'll get 2 points. Vietnam gets 1 point for the fastest time. But Japan will be advancing to the next round. You can see there, Vietnam not having enough speed to even get to the basket. And then Japan comes up from behind and scores a goal. Let's take a look at this slow-mo. See how far away Vietnam was. About a marble length from where they were supposed to be if they wanted to make a goal. And then here comes Japan. Japan there, shooting just a little bit shallow, bouncing on the edge of the rim, but they were able to counteract for their mistake and get the goal. So Japan will be advancing to the semifinals, and they'll be going up against one of the marbles in the top right corner, which will be either US or Mexico. And now it is time for the top left corner, India versus Indonesia. Two of the fan favorites here on Quebec's Marble Runs. This will certainly be a heated round. And they're off. Who comes out first? It's India. And India comes out first. They get a goal, and then Indonesia comes and scores a goal behind them. But since India was first, they will be advancing, getting 3 points. Indonesia only gets 2, as they weren't the first marble to get down to the bottom of the course. Both very good scores, though. India having a slightly better score. Indonesia shooting just a little bit shallow, bouncing off the rim. So we can see here India coming up. And they had a pretty on-point score. As we see here, they were right in the middle of the rim there to allow them to have a good score. And here comes Indonesia. And they shot a little bit shallow. Their arch was a little bit too high to bounce them on the rim, but they were able to make the basket anyway. So India will be advancing to the semifinals and going up against Brazil. And now it's time for the final heat in this group, which will be the USA versus Mexico. Two North American countries. As I've said before, they definitely know each other well. To see who comes out on top in this heat. And it is the U.S. coming out to the lead. Mexico falling a little bit behind through the funnel. And the U.S. misses the goal altogether. Mexico was able to score a basket, which means that they will be advancing to the semifinal and the U.S. will be eliminated. The U.S. was able to get down to the ramp first. They had a air ball. It didn't even hit the goal, as you can see there. Then Mexico comes up from behind and scores a goal. Also, it looks like the U.S. actually crashed into the grandstands. Hopefully no one was injured. You can see there, the USA just didn't have enough speed to get to the goal. It didn't even whiff the net. Then here comes Mexico from behind. They were able to make a goal. Let's see if they were a little bit shallow or a little bit far-fetched. Looks like they had a centered goal. Yes, they did. A little bit on the far side, hitting the backside of the rim. But it's good enough. They will advance to the semifinals. And they will go up against Japan in the semifinals. But now it is time for semifinal A, which is Brazil versus India. And now for the first semifinal, Brazil versus India. Who will come out on top in this heat? And it's Brazil, who falls back behind. India is in first place. India will get a goal. Brazil falls off the ramp. They will not even get a score. India, a guaranteed advancement after Brazil having a hard time on the ramp there. You can see they just weren't able to stay up on there. You can only get a goal if you even get up on the top of the ramp, as India did right here. Let's see how India did it. They had another one of those more shallow goals. It was a more direct bouncing compared to some of those, which actually bounced off the rim and then off the backboard before they got into the basket. But India will be advancing to the final round. They'll be going against either Mexico or Japan. We'll find out here in a second. And they're off. Who comes out first? It's Japan. Mexico coming up close behind, though. And Japan, looks like they hit the goal, but Mexico is able to score a goal. Japan gets there first. Mexico gets 2 points for the goal, so they will be advancing to the final against India. And Japan will be going to the third place match. You can see Mexico really far behind Japan in terms of time, but they did have a better aim for this goal. Seems like they had another very shallow shot into the goal, almost missing it. But they were able to make the goal in the end and end up getting to the final round. So Mexico will be advancing to the final round versus India. And now it is time for the third place match, Brazil versus Japan. And they're off. This is for the third place podium spot. And Brazil is off to the lead. And they get a goal, which pretty much solidifies their third place, as they were the first ones down. So they will be able to sit on the podium with India and Mexico, and Japan will get fourth place. See, both of the marbles getting a goal. But speed is also a factor in this tournament, and you can't neglect it if you want to be able to do well. It's Japan having another one of those shallow goals that seems to be a trend here in this tournament. And now it is time for the final round of this basketball tournament, India versus Mexico. This is for the championship. Tensions are high. And they are neck and neck down through the funnel, but it is Mexico first. India coming close behind Mexico. They were super close, and they both get a goal, but Mexico was there first, so Mexico will be the champion of this basketball tournament. Let's see here, they may even be in the same frame. Yes, they will. India trying all they can to catch back up, hoping that Mexico will bounce off the rim. But they had nothing but net, which ultimately allowed them to take the championship. Congratulations to Mexico for getting first place in this basketball tournament. India coming in at second and Brazil in third place. All these marbles played hard to get here, and all three get respectable finishes. Fan favorites India and Brazil both getting respectable third and second places, but Mexico is the one they all aspired to be today. And once again, I must say, Viva la Mexico!
2 events down and 2 winners from North America, as we have 4 events to go here in the Marble Fubica Quadrilla Marble Run Tournament presented by Hoppe Toys. Glad to be here. I'm Keanu Bittersicki as we begin event number 3. We're going to see maybe if some of our other continents can get into the winners column and top of the podium after Mexico and the United States get wins in each of the first 2 events of this 6-part tournament. However, at the top of the leaderboards, it is Portugal with 2 silvers. They are up by 10 points on Mexico. Canada in 3rd, Argentina 4th, and the U.S. after a win in event number 1, finishing 15th last time. They have dropped to 5th in the overall standings. You have a look at our tall course here. As we get ready for event number 3, it is Quadrilla Basketball. Glad to have Hoppe Toys on board here for today's event. Hope that you made your picks in the Hoppe Quadrilla app for today's winner as you have a look at our bracket for this event. Same as it has been throughout. As we have Group A, Brazil, Mexico, the Netherlands, and the United Kingdom. We're going to race down this course. You can end up with either 2 points, 3 points, or no points, depending on which basket your marble goes through. So what you're doing right now, you're racing to be the first one down, have the opportunity to maybe win a time tiebreaker. As the first 2 come through, that's 2 points for the United Kingdom, 3 points for Brazil, 2 points for Mexico, and the Netherlands don't score. We'll have a look at the replay. The tiebreaker there from the 2 that finished with 2 points going through the portion of the course there all the way to the right of your screen. The tiebreaker is the time, which is going to advance Mexico for us and the United Kingdom. You can see there the Netherlands unable to score at all. Beg your pardon, move Brazil and the United Kingdom. Mexico misses out after they finish later than the UK. So Mexico is done, which means we will not again have a repeat winner. A chance still, depending on what the United States does here in this group round, to potentially have a 2-time winner. Indonesia, China, Argentina, Spain, all facing off now here for Group B. And right now the leader is China. Now they've been passed by Indonesia. Spain and Argentina rounding out the group. Look like they're all pretty close here. Well-run race. Let's see as they get down to the baskets who's going to score first and how much will they score. China not going to score. Indonesia not going to score. 3 points each for Argentina and Spain, and they will advance. You look at the replay here. Indonesia, had one rim out there. Disappointing finish for them, and so no real drama in that one, as only 2 teams score, and so they will be the 2 to advance here to the next round. Into the semifinals, Spain and Argentina. Argentina has done pretty well in these first 2 matchups. These events here haven't been able to grab a medal, but they've done well enough to be 4th overall in the standings. Here's Group C, Germany, Switzerland, Portugal, and the United States. 2 of the powerhouses here, the U.S. and Portugal. They are the point standings leader. The Portuguese are. The United States trying to become the first 2-time winner. Right now they are the slowest of these marbles. First one down is going to be Germany, followed by Switzerland. They have the first chance. Looks like Germany's not going to score. It is Switzerland and Portugal as the U.S. finishes 0.2 of a second behind Portugal, so they will not advance. And your point standings leaders just barely get it done, a little bit faster there than the USA. And so they will advance into the semifinals. See how close they were. Oh man, it was a mistake there by the U.S. They were down first but could not have a clean transfer there. And so instead it's Portugal that will join Switzerland in the semifinals. That is a devastating blow to the U.S. as they will again fail to get out of the group stage for the second straight event after winning event number 1. On to our final group, it's Italy, India, Canada, and France. Canada trying to become the third different country from North America to win in this tournament. No other continent has a win. Right now it's India in the lead and by a pretty good margin, followed by France, then Canada, then Italy. Now France has taken the lead. As they make their way down, going for the baskets. Let's see who's going to score. Looks like a score for everybody so far. It's going to come down to a tiebreaker. Canada scores a 3, they're in with the fastest time is France. Everybody scores that time. See the balls bouncing around there, those marbles making their way down. There was the fastest score. The three-pointer for Canada gets them in. And India and Italy are out. As you see the semifinals now on your screen, semifinal A and B will begin by telling you who finished 9th through 16th. It's Mexico and then the U.S., so the two winners will finish 9th and 10th based on their scores and then fastest times as well. Going all the way down to 16th as we make our way into the semifinals here. These countries fighting all now for their first win. Portugal is into the semifinals. Maybe looking this time to be the bride instead of the bridesmaid after winning 2 consecutive silvers. Good enough to get them into the lead though. Brazil, Canada, France, and the UK all face off here in the first semifinal. Again, you want to be the first one down because it gives you that advantage, but it's not the end of the world if you're not. Right now, France is in the lead, followed by the UK, then Canada, and then a distant fourth is Brazil. All swirling around that final funnel, making their way toward the score. Everybody's gonna score. There's gonna be 3 threes. And so the time will determine the UK and Canada as your 2 advancers there. Oh, look at that one. France just sat on the top of the rim there. Had a little help there from Brazil. And so it is the UK and Canada making their way. Interesting there. Brazil actually came out first. And they are done. And so Canada has a chance, again, to be the next North American country to win. Trying to go 3 for 3. Meanwhile, the United Kingdom back in the Final Four again. As we make our way down now to semifinal B. It is Portugal, Argentina, Spain, and Switzerland. Portugal and Argentina, 2 top 5 teams. They have done well, but right now, Switzerland leading the group down, followed by Portugal, Argentina, then Spain. Now Argentina has made a pass. Portugal is in second. Portugal now in the lead. They're going to have the first chance to score. They are going to score. They're going to get 3. They're in, as is Argentina. As they get a better time than Spain by 0.6 of a second, Switzerland does not score. Portugal and Argentina continue their domination of this tournament as they are once again through to the final. You see, just rimming out there for Switzerland. Had a chance but could not get it done. Disappointment there for them. For Argentina, they come out first. They are into the final. And some pretty familiar names here in the final. The UK, Canada, Argentina, and Portugal. For the results 5th through 8th, it's Brazil, France, Spain, and Switzerland who will earn 11, 10, 9, and 8 points respectively. And now to the final. For 1st through 4th, out of the gate first is going to be Argentina, followed by the UK, then Portugal, and then Canada. Portugal has won second twice. They are the point standings leader. You cannot allow them to win, otherwise they are in the prime driver's seat for the second half of this 6-part tournament. Right now they are in the lead. They're going to have the first chance to score. They're going to go down. Let's see who's going to score. 2 points for everybody. And so it is Portugal that will get the win based on time, they do it by about 0.3 of a second. Canada takes the silver. But it is Portugal, after 2 consecutive second-place finishes, asserting their absolute dominance on this competition. The UK does not get any point, or does not score any points on this round, so they'll finish 4th. Look how close it is between Portugal and Canada. Oh man, so close for 1st and 2nd. And then Argentina will take 3rd. 4th place for the UK. And so congratulations to Portugal. They learned from the first 2 events, and they extend their lead, and they're going to do it by a pretty significant margin as they win here at the Quadrilla Basketball. There are the official results from this group. Hope you did well by putting your votes in on who you thought was going to win in the Hoppe Quadrilla app. Get it on Google Play and download it on the App Store for your chance to win. So you look at the overall standings, the lead is now extended to 15 points. Portugal over Canada, who has moved into 2nd place. But it is now Portugal's tournament to lose, as we are halfway through, 3 events down, 3 events to go, and the Portuguese with a large lead. Here it is, a time of 18.382, did it by just under 0.3 of a second, a little more than 0.6 of a second back to 3rd place Argentina as they take bronze here in.
Hello, Marble Sports fans. Welcome back to another tournament here on Fubecca's Marble Run. Today we have basketball. As we take a look at the track here today, the track begins with a slalom maze type section where the marbles will just try to have to pass each other, and then down to a long straight where the marbles will have to try to get into the baskets on the end of the course. And if they can get into the baskets, then they will be able to get points, which will help them advance. And if no marbles get in the baskets, the tiebreaker is whoever got to the bottom first. You can see that the middle basket closest to the jump only gives you 2 points, as for the back 2 baskets, they will give you 3 points. So those are the baskets that these marbles are going to want to try to aim for in today's tournament. Here you see the bracket system. We have 4 groups, A, B, C, and D, and 2 marbles will advance from each group down to the semifinals and then to the final round. And now for Group A, Vietnam, Peru, Pakistan, and the United Kingdom, and we're off through the first slalom section, and it is Vietnam in the lead, but they are overtaken by Pakistan as they go through this final couple of chicane sections. Who will get out first? It is Pakistan, and they get 3 points. To see if anyone else can. No, they can't. And United Kingdom will be having the 2nd fastest time after Pakistan, so these 2 marbles will be advancing, and Vietnam and Peru will be eliminated. As we take a look at the replays here, Pakistan going on the right side of the course and was able to get a ringer into that back right basket. And the United Kingdom trying to get into the back left basket, but they did miss. Vietnam almost getting into that basket. They bounced out, though. Unfortunate for them, they would have advanced had they stayed in the basket. And then Peru coming in at last. Pakistan and UK will be advancing to the semifinal A, and now it is time for Group B. Group B, Russia, Chile, Portugal, and Brazil, as we're off going through these chicane maze, and it is Russia in the lead, but facing some pressure from Chile as they go down this chicane, and it is Russia off to the lead. Neither marble gets into the basket there, and it is Brazil who gets the basket in the last spot. They are going to be advancing as well as Russia, who was first down. Had Brazil not gotten that basket, they would have been eliminated. But luckily, they were able to get that middle basket, giving them that 2 points, which ultimately led them to advancement. You can see Russia and Chile both trying to go for that left side basket. They came up short, didn't have enough speed going down this ramp. You can also see Portugal here. They also aimed for that back left basket, but they missed as well. And then Brazil coming down straight, hitting right into the basket, which led them to be advanced. Good for them. And it is Brazil and Russia who will be going against UK and Pakistan in the semifinal A. And now it is time for Group C. Italy, Indonesia, India, and Colombia, and we're off. Colombia having a terrible start. And it is Italy and Indonesia up in the front as we go through these slaloms once again. And it is Italy in the lead. And Italy does get in the back basket, getting them 3 points. The only marble that's left is India, and they get 3 points as well in that back right basket, and that will eliminate Indonesia and Colombia. Another example of the last marble being able to advance because of the basket. That's really what the goal of basketball is. As we take a look at the replay here, you can see Italy coming out strong into that back right basket, bumping Indonesia off, keeping Indonesia from getting any points. And then here comes Colombia trying the back left, but they miss as well. And then you can see India still way up in the slaloms, trying to catch up back down. They only have a chance to get the basket if they wanted to be advanced at this point, and they were able to do it, picking that middle exit of the slalom there, and they were able to get that back 3 points. It will be Italy and India who would be advancing to semifinal B, and now it's time for Group D. Group D, Argentina, the US, Mexico, and Spain. And then it's time to go through the slaloms once again. And it is USA and Mexico who gets the early lead as they go down these slaloms. They're almost about to get to the baskets once again. And Argentina flies off the course. They are going to be eliminated, with Mexico and the US being able to have the fastest times. No baskets in this round. Argentina, though, flying off the course. Definitely unfortunate for them. I don't think that's how they wanted this group to go. Let's take a look here to see how Argentina flew off the track. They seem to be going at a diagonal angle down that slope there, and they just flew over the wall. Mexico coming close behind, getting second compared to Argentina, but Argentina did fly off, so they were eliminated. And then USA, who were the 2 marbles that were advanced to the next round, and then there's Spain coming in at 4th place. That's the last group in this first group. Mexico and USA will be joining Italy and India in semifinal B. And now it's time for semifinal A. Brazil, Russia, United Kingdom, and Pakistan as we go down the slaloms. Russia is in the lead, being followed by United Kingdom and Pakistan. They're all going a different path, so it's kind of hard to gauge who is in the lead. But it is United Kingdom who comes out first. No baskets, and it's Pakistan next. He gets 3 points, with Brazil coming in at 3rd and Russia coming in at 4th. Those 2 marbles will be eliminated. Pakistan and United Kingdom will be advancing to the finals. You can see United Kingdom there, missing the back left basket. That's what all these marbles are trying to aim for. It is easier to aim for that middle basket, but you do get less points, and none of these marbles want to take a chance. As you see Pakistan there getting a successful basket, the only one in this group. It will be Pakistan and the UK who will be advancing to the final round, and now it's time for semifinal B. Now for semifinal B, Mexico, India, Italy, and USA, and they're off. India takes the quick lead as they go through the slaloms. The lead is quickly taken over by Italy and now the US as they go through the slaloms yet still. And it is Italy who comes out first, and the US flies off the track as well, similar to Argentina a couple groups ago. And they will be eliminated, as well as for Mexico. India will be the only marble getting a basket. Italy coming in with the fastest time after that. USA will be eliminated. Hard reality for them. So take a look. Let's see how the US flew off the track like Argentina a couple groups ago. They were trying to, seems, try to go on top of the wall. Maybe use it to get into the basket from a different angle. I don't know, but it was not successful, and they fell off the course. India and Italy will be advancing to the final round of this basketball tournament here on Fubeka's Marble Runs, and it is about to start. And we're off for the final round. Italy having some trouble right at the beginning. And India gets stalled momentarily, but Italy is able to free them. The United Kingdom and Pakistan are fighting up in the front. Pakistan is the first to come out. No baskets for him. And Italy come up next. They get 3 points. United Kingdom gets stuck on a basket, and India will be missing the baskets altogether, and Italy will be your champion of this tournament, with Pakistan coming in at second, India in third place. And a sad reality for United Kingdom, getting stuck on the basket. They were so close to getting a podium finish, but they weren't able to do it. Let's see just quite how United Kingdom got stuck on the basket there. Pakistan almost getting a basket there, but they ended up missing it, which ultimately cost them the win in this tournament. See, other marbles come down here, United Kingdom and Italy. Italy came out first, coming out of the right side, going diagonal. Risky move. They could have flew off the course, but they did end up getting the 3 bonus points. United Kingdom bouncing off the basket and then going up on top of the rim and getting wedged in there, getting stuck. That is definitely not what they were planning. And then finally coming India, they didn't get a basket either, but they did get third place because of the UK's incident. And it is Italy who will be your champion of this basketball tournament here on Fubecca's Marble Runs. Definitely congratulations to them. The UK is still stuck. They need to send someone out to get them off the rim. They're just hopelessly hanging there. Italy will be on the top of the podium, with Pakistan coming in as second and India in third place. Definitely a congratulations to Italy, who will be your basketball champions.